Some questions are all about spotting what doesn't belong. And this one is a shapeshifter. You're looking at 4 shapes. Each one contains a smaller shape inside a border. But only one of them breaks the pattern. Can you figure out which one shape is the odd one out? What are the most important elements that help us detect the pattern? I would say how many shapes and what stands out. Unlike the other choices, which are all 4-sided figures, the choice D features a triangle with only 3 sides, which makes it the odd one out, which means that the correct answer here is option D. You've got 8 identical looking balls, but one is slightly heavier, and you only have 2 chances with the balance scale to find the heavier ball. What do you do? Let's start by weighting 3 balls versus 3 balls. If they're equal, the heavy one will be in the remaining 2. If one side is heavier, great. Now just weigh 2 balls from that group. The result will lead you straight to the odd one out. And the correct answer here is choice C. Here's a quick puzzle built on basic fractions, but don't let its simplicity fool you. You're looking at 4 pie charts. Each one is divided into equal parts, and each has some sections shaded in. The question is, which one shows the fraction 5/8? Here's what you can do to solve it correctly. Take a close look, count the total slices, then count how many are shaded. Which circle shows exactly 5 out of 8 parts? If you have selected option A, well done. Let's break it down. The circle has 8 equal parts. 5 of them are shaded. That's exactly what 5/8 means. Simple, clean, and precise. Where will the dot end up if you follow the instructions? Right, up, left, down, and right. Let's trace the path together. Make sure to stay sharp. Each move changes the outcome. Right, up, left, down, and right again. Is that where you ended up to? The final answer is choice D. Patterns are everywhere, from nature to numbers. Let's test your eye for details. You're given a sequence of shapes. Each has a mix of vertical and horizontal lines. Can you identify what comes next in this evolving pattern? Look closely. What's increasing? What's decreasing? Think logically. What would the next step look like? If you have picked option D, you nailed it. Here's why. With each step, vertical lines increase by 1, while horizontal lines decrease by 1. That makes D the perfect continuation of the sequence. Which one of these numbers is an odd one out? 16, 36, 64, or 81? Let's think what those numbers have in common. They are perfect squares, which means each one can be written as a number times itself. So far so good, right? But there's a twist. Let's dive deeper. 16 is 4 squared, 36 is 6 squared, 64 is 8 squared, and 81, that's 9 squared. Notice anything? That's right, only 81 is the square of an odd number. The others, all even roots. So final answer is choice D, 81. What happens to the water level when a floating ice cube melts in a glass of water? Have you ever wondered why your glass doesn't overflow when ice melts? Let's break it down. When ice floats, it pushes water out of the way, just enough to match the weight, but not the volume. That's the key. Ice takes up exactly the space it had originally displaced. So the final answer is choice A. 3 fictional companies, Lumora, Naxora, and Zifix, share a tech market. Lumora holds 50% of the market, Naxora has 25%, and Zifix has 25%. Which donut chart correctly shows the market share? Let's break it down. The question clearly states a 50-25-25 split. Only chart A shows half the circle for Lumora, and the remaining half evenly divided between Naxora and Zifix. So the correct answer here is choice A. You buy 4 gadgets for $400 total. You sell 3 for $120, and then the last one for $100. What is your total profit? You spent 400, that's your total cost. Then you made 120 from each one of the first 3 gadgets. 3 multiplied by 120 is 360. Then you sold fourth one for 100. Altogether, you brought in $460 in revenue. Now let's subtract 460 minus 400 and the result is $60. So the final answer is choice A. Why does a longer, shallower ramp makes it easier to lift a heavy object to the same height? Here's the riddle of physics in everyday life. Push a box up a steel ramp and it feels like a workout. But stretch that ramp out, make it longer and shallower, and suddenly it's easier. Why? Because while the height is the same, you're spreading the work over a long distance. This reduces the force you need to apply it at any moment. The total work doesn't change, but the ramp gives you mechanical leverage. The correct answer here is choice C. What comes next in the sequence? A, C, F, J, O? Look closely at the gaps between the letters. A to C is +2. C to F is +3. Then +4, then +5. Do you see the trend? The last letter is O, which is 15th letter of the alphabet. Add +6 and we get 21, which is the letter U. And that completes the pattern. So the correct answer here is choice 1, U. A light ray traveling through air strikes a smooth water surface at a 45-degree angle to the surface. What happens to the ray as it enters the water? When a light ray moves from a less dense medium, which is air, to a denser medium, which is water, its speed decreases, causing it to bend toward the normal, an imaginary line perpendicular to the surface of the point of contact. And the correct answer here is choice B. You see a basket with 5 apples. You take away 3. So how many apples do you have? Sounds like a trick, right? Let's break it down. You see 5 apples, but that's just a setup. Then you take away 3. So which apples do you have? Think carefully. You now possess the 3 apples you took. Doesn't matter how many apples are left in the basket. The question asked, how many apples do you have? So the final answer here is choice B, 3. Solving this problem might be tricky now, but it's exactly how your brain learns to think faster and sharper, so make sure to keep going. You're presented with the series of shapes and numbers. The numbers are 3, 9, 27, 8, 4, and then comes the missing number, which you need to calculate and select your answer out of 4 possible choices. A1, B2, C3, or D4. Remember, we're here to sharpen your skills. But first, you need to give it a try on your own. And just like on a real test, I'll set a timer. Make sure you lock in your answer before time runs out. And once you finish, we'll walk to the solution together. Let's go ahead and get started. Are you ready? The typical way to solve these types of challenges is to detect the pattern. Or maybe I should say 2 variations of one pattern. And I truly hope that with the hints you were able to detect it yourself. Let's take a close look at the shapes and numbers. If we go from the left to right, you see that the shape sizes are increasing. And the numbers are increasing as well. Numbers are 3, 9, and 27. Then there are 2 shapes of the same size. And the numbers in those shapes are 27 and 8. And then the pattern reverses, and numbers start decreasing. If you've noticed that, it's very easy to detect the pattern. In fact, next number is calculated as the previous number multiplied by original number in the sequence. For example, 3 multiplied by 3 equals 9. In fact, numbers represent 2 directional sequence toward the middle, which increases from left until the middle, and then reverses. Let's start from the left. 3 multiplied by 3 equals 9. 9 multiplied by 3 equals 27. At this point, pattern reverses, and we need to start from the right. Can you calculate what would be missing number multiplied by missing number equals 4? 2 missing numbers equals 4. If it's too difficult for you to calculate, we can try it another way. 4 multiplied by missing number equals 8. So the missing number can be calculated as 8 divided by 4 and equals 2. Let's verify it. 2 by 2 equals 4. And the correct answer here is choice B, 2. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you for helping us to become one of the largest YouTube channels to help people become smarter, increase your IQ, and to pass any test. If the content of this video was helpful, please make sure to click the like button to help YouTube algorithm promote this video and help other people to find it faster. Giving us a like is also a way for you to tell us that you need more content like this, and when you tell us, we will deliver it for you in the future. For links to free and premium resources, please check the description and comments of this video. You can also go directly to our website, howtoanalyzedata.net, to download the materials related to this topic. I really appreciate your endorsement, support, and patronage of this channel. And thank you for considering to become a member and considering to subscribe. Please leave feedback, suggestions, or corrections in comments. And all the best on your journey. I'll see you in my next video.